morning, Red Bears. I'm Brianna.
And I'm Caesar, recording live in the BTV studio. Please stand for the pledges and the moment of silence.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Please remain standing for a moment of silence. You may be seated. Today is Thursday, September 7th, 2017.
FCCLA will have their first meeting today at 410 in room E105. If you have taken a family and consumer science class or are in one now, come see what FCCLA is about and join.
Come out to the Kendra Scott at La Cantera tonight from 6 to 8 p.m. to enjoy sips, sweets, and jewels. 20% of the proceeds benefit Brendan Pep Squad.
Students, please remember to turn in all emergency information cards and AGR cards to your teachers. Also, if you would like an off-campus and/or parking sticker, please fill out and submit your application for one as soon as possible.
A mandatory NHS meeting will take place today in the library after school. If you are in NHS and did not attend this meeting this morning, please plan to attend.
Don't forget to be on the lookout for your buses every day after school. Make sure to pay attention because the drivers will not be waiting, and please do not run after the bus.
Seniors, there will be a mandatory assembly today during third period in the auditorium.
Well, that's all we have for today. I'm Caesar.
And I'm Brianna, signing off from BTV. Have a fantastic day, Bears.
BTV.